We have been through the pain as crypto holders. It's been a harsh, brutal, cold crypto winter. You can see it on the charts right here. 2022, thankfully, almost over in that regard. Maybe some bear market left, obviously. But in this video, I want to take a quick glimpse at 2018, something that happened, and I want to apply it. And it really lends itself to the confidence that I have right now that there's about to be a huge, massive macro shift from bearish to bullish as it applies to crypto. And I want to break down why that is. And I have just such a confidence that us, you and I, as crypto holders, are going to come out winning so big out of this entire bear market. And I want to explain exactly why. For context, and not to be cheesy, not to be cliche, this quote: first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. Woven throughout the crypto cycles, woven throughout the emotion of it all, the bull market highs, the bear market lows, all of these YouTube videos and tweets, woven throughout it all is this quote. And we see it all over, telling the story throughout the headlines of crypto. And right here is a very good example. They will come to a bad ending. Just over a year since its $69,000 peak, Bitcoin has plummeted more than 70%. Here's why Warren Buffett has hated cryptocurrency all along. Many of you might remember a lot of Warren's quotes. And back in 2018, the Oracle of Omaha himself predicted that it and other cryptocurrencies were headed for trouble. They will come to a very bad ending. I want to point something out to you based on that quote alone. He was wrong by hundreds and hundreds of percent. And here's why. If we go back to just 2018, back here on the chart, and we just take it to where Bitcoin is right now, Bitcoin still up around 450% or so. So Warren Buffett, when quoting this back in 2018, and I really don't know when he quoted it, but I'm just taking it from that low in December, he was off by 450%. But this is not what's amazing. And in a minute, we're going to tackle what really is truly amazing in regards to Bitcoin and crypto right now. But in regards to Warren Buffett being so wrong by 450%, this is what's actually incredible and crazy to see. We're in a bear market. We're in a recession. There have been tons of collapses, and you can see Bitcoin down around 74, 75% or so right now. So Warren Buffett, as price is right now, wrong by 450%, but that's after a 70+% drop. And we are well into a bear market. Now, here's where things really start kind of shifting, and it really starts giving us a glimpse of what actually is happening right now on a macro level and why I'm really so bullish right now in terms of crypto and where we are in this macro shift. Legendary investor B. Miller says Bitcoin at 17,000 after FTX's collapse is remarkable. Remarkable is just a great word for it. Legendary American value investor Bill Miller has expressed his surprise at the performance of Bitcoin, considering the recent events in the crypto market. According to Miller, with most investors staying on the sidelines from crypto market as the contagion of the FTX collapse takes shape, he expected Bitcoin to correct further as opposed to the current price consolidation. Tell me if you disagree. Comment below. What do you think about this? And more importantly, have you been thinking about this? Because when I log on to Twitter or YouTube, I'm seeing just so many distracted headlines, really, in the crypto space about negative things. But not a lot of people discussing this and this alone, which is how amazingly well Bitcoin and crypto actually is doing right now. Yes, Bitcoin's down over 70%, but so far there's still 30% room to the downside, and it would just still be like an ordinary bear market. The fact that we're not 30% more to the downside already is absolutely amazing. And it looks like B. Miller agrees. I'm surprised Bitcoin isn't at half of its current price, given the FTX implosion. People have fled the space. So the fact that it's still hanging out there at 17,000 is pretty remarkable, but inflation is being attacked. Real rates are rising rapidly. I would expect that if and when the Federal Reserve begins to pivot towards easier monetary policy, Bitcoin would do quite well. I mean, many people think that when the Fed begins to pivot, that risk on assets will do well. But the fact that Bitcoin and crypto has survived the way it has amidst not just FTX, but Celsius and Luna and just the recession and the interest rates and the inflation, the fact that Bitcoin and crypto is not down even more right now is absolutely, as Bill Miller says, remarkable. And it really is. And I can't stress enough how important it is just to go back to the charts when we're seeing all of the headlines about the negativity. And right now, FTX news and SBF news is just plastered everywhere. At least for me, I don't know if it's just the algorithms, my algorithms on Twitter, but it's like all the content that I'm seeing in crypto. But the most insane news, I think, is not the fact that Bitcoin is down and crypto is down and we're in a bear market. It's how little it's down. It's how much it has survived throughout this entire bear market. And truly, Bill Miller just puts it perfectly in this article. And I just wanted to stress that enough. And I also want to just point out, he's obviously really big on Bitcoin. He says, I want to differentiate between Bitcoin, which I see as potential store of value like digital gold, and all other cryptocurrencies, which can be lumped together in the category of venture speculation. Now, that's actually something I don't disagree with, venture speculation. I often say in these earlier stage cryptos, it's very much giving everybody the opportunity to kind of act like an early stage VC. And there's a high level of risk in that, obviously. And so, on my YouTube channel, I'm tracking Bitcoin mainly as a roadmap for all of cryptos. But this is entirely my crypto journey. This is entirely how I see things, my opinion. But I just wanted to kind of show a nice picture of, and Warren Buffett is kind of at the forefront of it because of his opinions in the past and how much he has said about Bitcoin being a failure, but how strong Bitcoin has remained. I just wanted to point out the contrast of a bearish person like Warren Buffett and somebody like Bill Miller kind of seeing, I think, the bigger picture. Now, in my opinion, Warren Buffett has been very wrong. And whether or not he kind of changes his tune, that's up for debate. What's actually really ironic about it all, Warren Buffett owns Bitcoin now. And this is based off of Berkshire Hathaway investing $500 million in Brazilian digital bank Nubank. Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway added to its position in digital bank when the company went public, and so this was in December 2021. While Nubank is launching cryptocurrency trading for Bitcoin and Ethereum for its millions of users, the bank's parent company is also allocating 1% of its cash to Bitcoin. Why it's important? It's right there. Berkshire Hathaway owns a stake in New Holdings that is worth over $1 billion. So just such an ironic story. And that story, like I just mentioned, really truly does kind of lead us to this. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. And it's really not about winning against other people. But as crypto holders and as people that are really just invested in this space, it is about winning and it's about succeeding. And we're kind of on this journey together. And so as we see all of these different talking points collide, it's so interesting to see how the markets are holding up and ultimately what the data is showing. And from my opinion, this is my opinion alone, I think the data is showing as bullish in the long term, in the macro. Bitcoin proving that very well on this chart, being it's not down more, considering everything that's going on. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, everybody. I appreciate you. I hope you're doing well. Hit the subscribe and like. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.